Okay, so we are in day 7, actually 7 and 8, because yesterday I did spend half a day cutting sheetrock. It took me probably like 3 hours to cut it up. I had measured everything properly. As you can see, I did exactly as I said I would. Instead of cutting little pieces, I did the U thing, made sure it had enough space to fit. I did break off the edges though. I had to shove it in there, as you can see. But I'm not a super pro. I'm learning. What I should have done is slice it up from the back so that it could fit properly and snap it, because that's pretty much how you cut sheetrock. You cut it from the back and then you snap it towards the front. I did the rest properly though. So these pieces, so all my pieces are cut. Some of them are here. Some of them I just have in my little hallway. But that is done. The left one here actually fits perfectly, which is awesome. Fits perfectly. So once I screw all these in, after that is coming down to start compounding. And then with the compounding, I'm not only going to fill in the part for the sheetrock, but also these studs as well, because I want that to have a finished, clean look. I'm going to have to use some, hopefully I could use a sheetrock tape to corner it off and make it look like smooth and finished, because I want everything to just look like really clean and finished. So it's starting to come together though. Like once I covered this back wall, you can't see the insulation. I'm like, oh, okay, I'm starting to see something. So this is cool. So that is day 7. Today's day 8. So day 8, goal is to accomplish installing all the sheetrock and do some compound and plastering and wait for it to dry off. We'll see how that goes. If it dries up in time and we get this done early enough, then might do some sanding and painting, maybe. So that's the plan. Hopefully everything goes smooth, but we'll see. Stay tuned. Okay, the day is going by smoothly. I just hooked up all of the sheetrock and bam. The left side, the ceiling I thought would have been very hard, but it's not as bad. I was able to get the light over. I cut it up wrong. I was using this magnet tool. It pointed in the right direction, but I guess it shifted a little bit, but it's all right. I just gotta fill in this little gap in the back. It shouldn't be too bad. What else? Yeah, left side is in. I think the hardest was the right ceiling. I had to get in. I gotta do a lot of patching on the edges for it. There's just no way around that. But I'm gonna work on that. So we're ready to compound. I know you see all these edges. It's just tricks I've learned from some of the people that have done work for me here in the house. They pretty much leave a little bit of sheet hanging. So they use this as some kind of like sheetrock tape. So we first put the compound over it, then let it sit there. Then we stick this on top of it, and it just sits kind of flush. And then we wait for that to dry. Then you go over it again with some more compound so it can fill in. Because you're still going to see these edges if you just do one layer. You got to do 2. So that's what that's for. This just helps the flush look. Going from sheetrock to sheetrock, so you can barely like notice it. So that's the plan. The first thing we do is the first layer, which involves the screws, a lot of the edges, and underneath these tape, so we can actually stick the tape in there. So we're gonna have to do 2 rounds of pretty much compounding. Yeah, that's pretty much it. So let's get to it. Let's compound away. Round 1. Check back in a little bit. I'll see you guys in a bit.